Almost all the protein bar recipes I've seen online are either filled with some junk or they're so complicated with their ingredients that I can't imagine wanting to make them more than once. So I spent the last month crafting what I consider to be the perfect protein bar recipe. That way, I never have to choose between easy, affordable, and delicious protein bars that are actually good for me. All you need is some basic ingredients. Beef tallow does a couple things in this bar. It helps to balance out the macros while adding some plasticity. Of course, you could use coconut oil if you prefer. 24 grams or roughly 1 3/4 tablespoons straight into a microwave safe bowl. Microwave on high for 35 seconds or until fully melted. Leaves a good amount of residual heat in the bowl, which makes the mixing process easier. Next, we have our sweeteners. Maple syrup. It gives a rich, robust flavor and adds just enough liquid to the mix. Coconut nectar. And yes, it must be coconut nectar. Makes the bar more moldable while adding a light amount of sweetness. A plus is that it tends to have a lower glycemic index. 60 grams or 4 tablespoons each straight into the fat. Any liquid vanilla extract will do. I prefer an all natural kind. This one I got from a friend. Thank you, Terry. And that's 6 grams or about 1 1/4 teaspoon straight in. A few pinches of salt to taste to help bring out the flavor more and mix everything together into a sort of caramely syrup. Once we start adding the dry ingredients, everything starts to make sense. Here I have 100% grass-fed whey concentrate. Now, I haven't tried the recipe with isolate yet, so I have no idea how that turns out. If you want to make sure that your protein bars turn out just like mine, check out my Amazon storefront where I have all these specific ingredients listed that I use in this video. I did my best to find the highest quality ones for cheap. 108 grams, about 1 3/4 cups, goes in. Now, while the whey adds structure, the collagen helps a lot with the texture. And like I said before, it took me a month to come up with these recipes, testing over and over again. And half the battle was getting this ratio of whey to collagen right. So do not skip on this. 36 grams or 7 tablespoons and a half a teaspoon straight in. And now for what makes this chocolatey. Dutch processed cocoa powder. You could use normal cocoa powder, but Dutch process has a richer, more chocolatey flavor and a darker color. 24 grams or about 5 tablespoons. And mix. A couple notes about the mixture. You'll see once you get to this point, you're kind of working with what feels like wet kinetic sand. And although it seems like it's not going to form into anything, if you start using your hands and knead the mixture, pretty quickly you'll see it turns into a slightly tacky, chocolatey dough. And this is where a meal prep container comes in handy. Some parchment paper, plop the dough in, and press down to shape. As you compress this dough, the whey and collagen inside of it hydrates, and the whole bar becomes more wiggly. This is good because it makes it easier to shape. Take it out, flop it over if you like, put it back in. You can fold up the parchment paper over top and press down more. Do your best to get it into a rectangular shape like this, about that thick. The measurements don't really matter. What really matters is that you form it into a shape that's easy to separate into 6 equal parts. But before I do that, it's best to wrap it up and put it in the fridge for 10 minutes to firm up. But if chocolate isn't your thing, maybe you'd like to try my favorite of these bars. Again, 24 grams of beef tallow melted in, the same amount of syrup and coconut nectar as before, as well as vanilla extract and salt. Mix. Now here is where things get interesting. What I have here is organic blueberry powder. This is what gives these bars their beautiful color and rich blueberry flavor. Again, you can find all these ingredients on my Amazon storefront, link down below. 36 grams or 4 tablespoons straight into the syrup. The reason I add this now rather than later is so that the powder can hydrate and spread more evenly throughout the bar. Just look at that beautiful color. Absolutely gorgeous. From there, I add in the same amount of whey and the same amount of collagen as before, and one more special ingredient, dried blueberries. But wait, if you want this to spread more evenly throughout the bar, you can take an additional step, putting these into a small blender, such as my mini one here, and pulsing a few times until you get these crumbly little bits. Then just toss them right in, 30 grams or about a half a cup, and mix. And again, you're left with this sort of kinetic sand type texture. A bit of kneading, pressing, kneading, and you now have a nice ball of dough. Same thing as before. Parchment paper, glass dish, and press into shape. Looks absolutely beautiful, and I cannot wait to tell you about how good it tastes. But first, refrigerator. And while those bars rest, I'll show you the third recipe, which is probably the easiest one of the 3, but it starts out a little different. I wanted to make sure that this bar tasted as much like peanut butter as possible. So I got rid of the beef tallow and went full force into this crunchy peanut butter. Now, you can use creamy if you'd like, but I like the little crunchy bits to chew on in these bars, and texturally, it looks nice. 120 grams, roughly 7.5 tablespoons into the bowl, and you can microwave your peanut butter for 25 seconds to warm it up a bit. It'll make the rest of this process a bit easier. Same amount of syrup and coconut nectar as before, same amount of vanilla extract, again, salt to taste. I know peanut butter already has salt already, but a little bit more does not hurt. Give that a good mix, and add in the whey and collagen powders. Mix until you have a wet sand sort of texture, and start pressing into a ball of dough. Shape, and there you have it, a big block of peanut butter bar. This one might seem more crumbly than the other two. That's more of a feature rather than a bug, but if you don't like the crumbliness, just work the dough a bit more to help hydrate all the whey and collagen. The more you press these bars, the stickier they'll be. Cool off in the fridge, and I'll show you how I cut the other bars. Now that the block of protein bar is more solid, I just take a kitchen knife, cut it in half, and eyeball 1/3 of each half for a total of 6 bars. And do that for the blueberry ones, and now for the peanut butter ones. For long-term storage, these bars freeze really well. I just wrap them in parchment paper and put them in a plastic Ziploc bag and into the freezer. Pull one out and let it thaw for a couple minutes on the counter or in the fridge overnight. And it's like they were never frozen to begin with. So let's see how they taste. First up, chocolate. So fudgy. Tastes like Cocoa Puffs. Next, peanut butter. Yes. It has the texture of a peanut butter cookie. It tastes exactly like a peanut butter cookie, bro. Now my favorite, blueberry. Yes. Blueberry nougat, so good. This is my absolute favorite, 10 out of 10. Insane flavor, so fruity, so light, love it. For all this, fire. Not bad for a bar that costs less than $2.50. As always, full recipes and macros down below. Let me know which one's your favorite down in the comments.